newly unsealed Idaho court transcript related to the 2022 murders of 4 college students claims investigators inappropriately used DNA to identify suspect Brian Kohberger.
Yeah, they are now asking a judge to toss that evidence. Laura Aguirre reports.
The newly unsealed court transcript sheds rare light on a case that's been in large part kept out of public view. In it, a defense attorney claims investigators acted inappropriately in their use of investigative genetic genealogy, or IgG, to identify their client, Brian Kohberger. Kohberger is accused of fatally stabbing 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus housing in November of 2022. The defense's claim stems from how authorities used DNA gathered off a bloody knife sheath found beneath one of the victims, Maddie Mogen. The transcript shows Idaho State Police sent that sample of what's called touch DNA to a forensics lab in Texas. The lab used a database accessible to law enforcement to make a small, partial connection to possible distant relatives and 4 living brothers, none of whom were named Kohberger. The lab recommended the FBI get comparative DNA from the brothers, but the brothers refused to cooperate, according to the transcript. Despite that dead end, the FBI still identified Brian Kohberger as the suspect just over 2 weeks later. In the court document, his defense team claims that the FBI used other public databases not authorized for law enforcement use to run the DNA sample. Citing a document shared with the court, a witness testified that the FBI admitted to using MyHeritage, which is off limits to investigators. Kohberger's defense team asked the judge to suppress that IgG evidence. That request was denied, and Kohberger's trial is set to go forward this summer, with prosecutors seeking the death penalty if he's convicted. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The FBI has not responded to the claim that the genealogical database was used inappropriately.
Due to a wide-ranging gag order, prosecutors, defense lawyers, and attorneys for victims' families and witnesses are prohibited from saying anything publicly aside from what is already said in public record.